Of them, Chris Album, who has been a scoring threat, according to head coach John O'Reilly, from the moment he stepped on campus. And the other is the captain, Jeloni Murray-Powell.
Finishing touches here at Bill Armstrong Stadium. There's Philip Osterbeek, as you mentioned, Nick. 22-year-old redshirt freshman. As the kick is sitting deep, they're going to try and possess the ball. They're going to play a high press against Indiana. It's a great first touch there by Palmer Alt, as Indiana has numbers. It's Alt down the right side, Oduro in the middle. Alt back to the top of the box. Oduro, a touch. One more on his right. He pulls back, lays it off, and that one deflecting that one out of bounds. Again, a Green Bay team, Nick, that's not going to sit back. They're going to play balls into the box, as that's a headed effort, and it's in! Chris Album gets the scoring started early. A shocker here in Bloomington. It's Green Bay 1, Indiana 0, just under 2 minutes into the contest.
And Zach, you spoke it into existence. You said Green Bay is going to play balls into the box. There's the cross. I think it was Noah Lachelt who crossed that one in. And Chris Album, we talked about it twice. And so far, Green Bay has taken the energy out of this place early.
It'll be an in-swinger off the right foot of Palmer Alt to the top of the six, headed away last half of play so far this season. They've been a second half comeback team. That ball across the six, off the post. A second effort saved by Osterbeek. In a game
against Park Tudor. And yeah, I'd rather not talk about that one because it hurt.
Here's Oduro, just too heavy of a touch there. For Green Bay, it was probably going to be Chris Album, as this will be a right-footed ball into the box off of the foot of Noah Lachelt. It comes out to the top of the 18. Play, it was Green Bay that seemed more likely to score between those two sides, as here's Oduro in the box, off his foot. Barger, ball into the box, Alt off the head of him. Green Bay didn't do well in that NIU game. They too had a lot of possession like Indiana has, but it wasn't possession in dangerous areas, as that's a low drift, wasn't able to capitalize.
Indiana had numbers there for a moment, but yeah, it's definitely looking like Green Bay wants to get out and run on these counterattacks.
Oduro, right-footed effort. Near side. Now far side. Lachelt has to chase it. He'll play a ball in. Holden Brown stuck on his line. Now will corral Kinsella. Waiting for support. He's got it now, arriving in the form of Fedrizzi. He's been awfully quiet so far tonight, but he plays a left-footed ball in, looking for Swan, who couldn't bring it up.
Off of this corner kick, you'd want to at least make Philip Osterbeek work and leave his feet, ideally, see if you could create maybe a second chance.
Alt plays the ball in, looking back post. It's over everyone's head. Can Akum keep it in? He can't. To the year has been much better than it was a season ago for Indiana. They had their early season struggles, their fair share. Here's Oduro, right foot low, driven off the post.
Cool.
Fedrizzi and Nessie standing over it. Fedrizzi, left-footed curler, saved easily by...
Brought the energy off the bench in the latter half of the 3-2 victory over San Francisco earlier this week, as here's a chance for Keegan Walker in on net.
Big save there by Holden Brown. Good job closing down the distance. Walker might want that one back. This is the first start of the year for Walker. He did not start in that loss against NIU, but he was able to get behind that back line of Indiana and hold
corner after not getting a shot attempt last time.
It's played short. Oduro, top of the box, playing it in, looking back post, and it's saved for the junior out of Ghana. As it's Fedrizzi standing over it, the reigning Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. We'll play this one in, back post. Bogard up in the air and right into the awaiting. He was fouled. Nicholson picks up that foul. Back underway quickly. Kinsella bashes that one off the head of Murray-Powell.
A little more creative, maybe try to get the ball out in space a little bit more. And I know I just talked about haphazardly throwing balls on net. We'll see what they come up with here.
Back post, Fedrizzi looking for Alt. It ricochets towards that near post, and Osterbeek when it's been Oduro on the ball rather than trying to play direct with crosses into the box. That can't be said for Green Bay, who scored their only goal and their first goal of the season.
For Indiana, everybody crowding into the box.
I think I count 20 players inside the 6-yard box, but it's Osterbeek that got a firm with the height of Easton Bogard compared to that of Colton Swan. Can play a little bit more direct with Swan in there, but Bogard looking to get on the end of that one. It falls to Fedrizzi at the penalty spot. Fedrizzi save! Oosterbeek again denies the Hoosiers. And Indiana has another corner kick upcoming. That probably, Nick, outside of the shots that have hit the post, the best opportunity for Indiana in this one.
Great job by Oosterbeek. Not
here in the first half. Kinsella to play a long throw in. Akum. Left foot. Bogard goes to ground at the penalty spot. No foul, says the head referee, to see a little bit of a lower defensive line. Maybe a little bit more passive for Green Bay, as we had 0-0s here in the first half. It's Green Bay 1 and Indiana 0. Do you think we see perhaps a change tactically for Green Bay in the second half now that they have this advantage?
I would absolutely expect an adjustment in that respect in the final 45 minutes of this one. All told,
in a moment or two, as the head referee, Aber Estrada, gets set to signal us to get underway, and we are here in the second half. Indiana playing from behind, but the second half, are your thoughts still the same?
My thoughts are that Green Bay will certainly be more passive, but I think that can also burn you.
Alt, middle of the box, cleared away. That was half Nick for Indiana as opposed to the first. Easton Bogard went down away from the ball there. Nothing given. It's Barger, near side. Left-footed ball in, looking at the back post. Fedrizzi left it. Oduro right foot into the side netting.
Like Indiana's not getting chances, that's for sure.
Barger, another left-footed ball into the box. Bogard, headers wide. Easton Bogard was able to get on the end of that Alex Barger. Easton Bogard now as Fedrizzi gets set to play the ball into the box. Up and
had some good one-on-one matchups. He's not allowing much from his side of the pitch, at least so far.
Alt, left-footed effort. It's well high the cross in it, but I think we both can agree not much that Brown could have done in that one. Here comes Nessie, right-footed effort saved.
Green Bay has been on the other side of giving up a goal against the run of play, as maybe a chance here for Arias.
Top of the box. Left foot, that's Walker, back across the 6, and a much...
Just not really getting many chances on goal with about 34.5 minutes left in this second half. Indiana trailing Green Bay 1-0. Bogard trying to get into the box.
Bogard lays it off. Alt, right foot blocked. Ball back out to Fedrizzi. Alt again, heavy touch, Nessie, goal! Michael Nessie, the equalizer for the Hoosiers. He finally beats Philip Oosterbeek. It's 1-1 here in Bloomington.
Michael Nessie came onto the scene for Indiana last season, had some very timely goals, an equalizer and a game winner in his freshman season. And right here on the second chance, we talked about it earlier, this is when goalies can get burned. That ball deflected by Oosterbeek, but he could not keep it out of the net. And Zach, we were talking about it earlier about how you felt like Indiana needed to get something going by about the 60th minute. Well, here in minute number 56, we are tied at 1. A phenomenal job there by Indiana of creating that second chance off the blocked shot. With a Green Bay player down in the box, that created an advantage for Indiana in terms of personnel, and the Hoosiers able to capitalize. Now 34-15 left in this one. Hoosiers and Phoenix are starting over at 1 apiece, and it certainly feels like Indiana's got a second goal coming, and unlike Clemson, Indiana likely will not run out of time to get that second goal.
A renewed sense of energy here at Bull Armstrong Stadium as Michael Nessie slots home his first goal of the 2025 campaign. Also the first goal, or assist, excuse me, as a Hoosier for Palmer Alt. It was Alt that had that heavy touch that kept the ball alive for Nessie. As Alt driving again on his left foot. Alt back across the 6, and Alt scores! A quick fire second for the Hoosiers. Palmer Alt puts Indiana on top in the 57th minute.
Palmer Alt on the National Player of the Year watch list for a reason. He's a candidate for the Mac Herman Trophy, and right there you see why. He takes it toward that near post and says, hey, I can do it myself. The crafty finish.
Doing it all himself a solo run for the second goal of the ball game for the Hoosiers. And it's Indiana 2, Green Bay 1. Indiana looking for more. Barker back across the...
Can crack the code on this Indiana back line.
And this is a team, as Coach O'Reilly was describing, they don't really want to play super direct. Obviously, they scored their first goal from a ball across the coaching staff. A good shift put in by Nessie. He helped get Indiana back into this match earlier in the second half as they're still dealing with an injury. Play Mirador as well. No Charlie Hoyer either for the Hoosiers. Green Bay not at full strength either. As here's Walker across Album. Check that. They have come down this right wing, playing balls back across the box. That's obviously how Album got his first goal. As here's Barger to play it in for the Hoosiers right at and Alex P2 coming on for the Phoenix. So perhaps a change tactically in the final 17.5 minutes of this contest for Green Bay. As here's Alt, right foot effort.
It almost was. A good job by Indiana there of keeping possession. How far the wings are pushing up for the Hoosiers.
Pedrizzi, left foot, just wide. Nicholson. Left foot, deflected. His Hoosiers organized in the box to defend this set piece. Lachelt plays it in, top of the 6. It took a deflection. Actually add a third. Barger lays off Swano Duro. Spins his defender right foot. Well. Indiana on top and looking to see out this 2-1 margin. Ball into the box, up and headed over the bar. Coming close, Oscar Bjornskov unable to get his header down on target. A goal kick upcoming, but Philip Osterbeek is not going to have a chance to take it. The comeback kids do it again. Another come from behind victory for the Hoosiers after going into the halftime break down 1-0. Indiana